We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Thursday, August 3rd. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. Just a reminder that Newsbreak comes to you each weekday at 7 a.m. You can watch it on djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. Going to take a quick look the next few minutes at news, sports, and weather for Northeast Mississippi. Let's start with the weather forecast. For today, partly cloudy skies, high of 91 degrees, low of 70, just a 10% chance of rain. The 3-day outlook could see some thunderstorms on Friday, high of 89, low of 66. The chance of rain is 40%. Saturday, partly cloudy, high of 90, low of 71, 20% chance of rain. And thunderstorms likely on Sunday, high of 87, low of 72. Chance of rain is 80%. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from the Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Thursday. The Mississippi Public Service Commission hopes a new rule helps Mississippi-based companies earn more work on utility projects. On Tuesday, the 3-member commission unanimously voted to approve a Hire Mississippi rule proposed by Northern District Commissioner Brandon Presley. The rule applies to private companies that are regulated as public utilities. It doesn't require that companies hire Mississippi companies for certain amounts of work. Instead, it seeks to ensure Mississippi companies know about contracts up for bid and are educated about the process. In 2016, public utilities awarded about 70% of their operation and maintenance contracts to out-of-state companies, according to data released by the Public Service Commission. When speaking at the Neshoba County Fair last week, Attorney General Jim Hood took the opportunity to once again tout the lottery as a source of additional revenue for Mississippi's beleaguered general fund. The only statewide elected Democrat, but also a Baptist, Hood said about the lottery, quote, "I have to be a realist." He believes revenue from a state lottery could be used to help shore up education funding. Lieutenant Governor Tate Reeves, who also spoke last week, told reporters that while he continues to have reservations about enacting a lottery, he is willing to consider it. Reeves believes a lottery might harm the state's casino gambling industry and that it might merely shift money from other categories. Hood has estimated a lottery could generate between $80 million and $150 million annually. House Speaker Philip Gunn, who is opposed to a lottery, recently formed a committee just to study that sort of information. The committee first met in June, and a report is expected to be ready for the 2018 legislature. Teachers and staff at Plantersville Middle School got a back-to-school surprise Wednesday morning. That's when members of Cornerstone Church revealed the school's renovated teacher's lounge. Members of the church, which is located in Tupelo, transformed the room from a space cluttered by old tables and disorganized supplies to a clean, inviting room for teachers to meet, sit, and store supplies. The space now features a farm table and benches, a rug, armchairs, and a love seat. The project took about 2 weeks. Built-in bookshelves and storage for supplies were also added to the room, along with a new refrigerator and coffee maker. And a wall-sized magnetic board was built as a place for teachers to track student progress throughout the school year. Patricia Smith, a 7th grade teacher at Plantersville, said the renovated lounge is now a haven for teachers to gather their thoughts and recharge during the school day. And in sports, Ole Miss football's tumultuous summer continued Tuesday as 2 key players were arrested on the eve of fall camp. Cornerback Kendarius Webster and linebacker Dietrich Bing Dukes, both projected to be starters on defense, were booked into the Lafayette County Detention Center on Tuesday on shoplifting charges. Interim head coach Matt Luke said Wednesday that both players will be suspended for the September 2nd season opener against South Alabama. Luke said another player, tight end Octavius Cooley, has been suspended indefinitely for a violation of team rules. Luke spoke Wednesday during the Rebels' annual media day a few hours before taking the practice field for the first time this preseason. He said he was eager to get on the practice field, and his players said they're determined to stick together through all the adversity. It's been 2 weeks since Hugh Freeze resigned after issues of personal misconduct came to light, and the NCAA investigation has been a constant cloud over the program. Center Sean Rawlings said that for the players, all of these struggles have brought them closer together. That's all for Newsbreak on this Thursday. Before I go, I'd like to remind you to check out a couple of the podcasts that we produce here at the Daily Journal. The Memo, All Things Northeast Mississippi, with myself and W. Derek Russell. You can find new episodes every Wednesday and Friday in iTunes, your podcast apps, or at memo.djournal.com. Be sure to check out Wednesday's episode. We visited with Scott Morris about his feature story on Dismal's Canyon over in Alabama. Also, Bobby Harrison filled us in on what was talked about last week at the Neshoba County Fair, and Emma Kent talked to us about the cost of education for teachers. Also, check out Double Coverage, an Ole Miss and Mississippi State sports podcast with Parrish Alford and Logan Lowry. New episodes every Thursday. Find it in iTunes, your podcast apps, or at doublecoverage.djournal.com. For more on the stories I talked about today, pick up a copy of your Thursday Daily Journal or visit djournal.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at djournalnow. Give our Facebook page a like as well. That's all for Newsbreak on this Thursday. I'm Brad Locke. We'll see you next time.